He was just talking about how his dad picked his selection for Vice President, Senator J.D. Vance. But how's your dad doing overall since Saturday night?
He's doing well. I mean, obviously it was a pretty somber moment. I was with my kids on a Saturday evening, and I get this news that he's been shot, but I couldn't get a hold of anyone. He was in lockdown at the hospital. It took about 90 minutes, so that was a long time.
90 minutes where you could talk to him?
I could speak to him and really know what was going on. And when I did, he was, some shock, but a lot of resolve. He was joking about it and talking about it in a way that only my father could do. But it was just that moment when he stood up after being shot at and just showed resolve to keep fighting for this country. That was everything for me. I just literally told him, I go, "You're the biggest badass I know." And so we had some jokes about that. That was the first thing I thought to think of, even in that moment, because it was that powerful. And that's the kind of resolve. That's why we had peace deals under Trump. That's why we had a great economy. You need that. We're watching right now the weakness that's led our country into all of these disasters, into these wars. And it's because that's the nature of predation. When a predator sees weakness that we're exuding on the world stage, they pounce. And so I think it's going to be important to get that back, and I'm looking forward to it.
Can I just note right now, that boo was at Senator Mitch McConnell. I should know the Kentucky delegation is over there. But on that, how has that changed, do you think, how your dad is approaching this convention and this campaign overall? Has it changed it?
I think it has. I mean, I know he basically scrapped his speech that they'd been working on. I was in the office when they were working with it for hours last week, and I think they just started from scratch with just a different message. We are going to try to unite this country. I mean, I think that kind of moment of just shocking moment that really changed, I think, even in his mindset of what we need to do to replace everything. I mean, basically, I think we all got the directive, like, hey, whatever you were doing, and I tend to get a little bit hot, so we're going to tone it down and keep a different message out there. I think that's going to be important, actually. I think it's going to be important for us to move forward that way as a country.
Is that what your dad himself, I mean, I know we've heard from political advisors and sources.
My dad doesn't listen. Yeah, listen, my dad, this is his political advisor. When he hears the people, when he speaks to the crowds, that he doesn't listen to the pollsters, or he doesn't look at polling. He doesn't make decisions that are bad because a poll says it's 0.24 basis points more. He doesn't think that way. He understands. He listens to people, and he trusts his own gut instinct, and he's done pretty well with that throughout his career.
Have you talked to him today? How's he reflecting on just the fact that 48 hours ago this happened?
Listen, I think he's moving forward. That's what he is. He's a fighter. He's going to get back in the game. He's never going to be pushed aside. It's, fear. They've tried to go after him for so many ways, whether it was the businesses, whether it's throwing him in jail, up to and including the death penalty, and that they've just tried everything to stop him. He's not meant to be stopped. He's meant to help fix this country.
Donald Trump Jr., thank you for sharing us. Some insights, obviously, Jake, there on how his dad is doing.
And everybody really appreciates Donald Trump and how hard he actually fought. Under Donald Trump, we actually had a cheerleader in this country. We don't have a cheerleader anymore. We don't even have leadership. I mean, the people aren't around. They're not present. The policies suck. We're going to win this thing. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah, Jake, I'm standing here with Eric Trump.
You're woven into the final decision to select Senator Vance.
Well, it's been a pretty somber mood, right? I mean, my father got shot at. Somebody took off half his ear. But I can tell you, my father's never been more determined than he is right now. He's more determined to make America great again. He's got incredible fighting spirit, no different than when he was pumping his hand in the air with blood running across his face. And I'm really proud of him. I've never been more proud as a child, as a son. He's a remarkable human being. He's got backbone that's unlike any person I've ever met before. And as I said before, we're going to win, and we're going to restore prosperity to this country, and he's going to make America great again. Thanks, guys.
Jake, that was Eric Trump. Back to you.
Thanks, Phil, and let's take this all in. First of all, Dana, we should note, I mean, in another display of just how much Donald Trump has remade the Republican Party, when Kentucky was providing its delegates to